across to this point and won the first map in the end. A very unfortunate Chris J with a P2000 in that mark. Coming back around full circle. Now pulling back towards the A side. 3 players over here for mousesports, but it will be effectively a 3v4 because the entirety of OG are looking to collapse on them. They've given up long control. An important trade, but it goes against Robs. Fortunately, though, for Robs, Karrigan standing up and delivering the fatal shot onto Valda. Lots of damage to BMAS, who's forced and pushed back and then pincered fully and skewered with the block. And Issa is going to get more. It's another 2K for this ridiculously informed player. And Frozen
B captures Chris, but more importantly, this push from Frozen could be everything. I think he's missed the timing, though. I think the rest of the team are already going to be further enough ahead of him. Is there going to be a second win, a second chance? His teammates have done nothing to delay. BMAS is gone. Eliminated within seconds. And sure, Frozen's flank is still coming, but Alexi B is now waiting for it. He goes down. That timing could not have been better. 1 by 1. Let's say that's a pretty good scenario, right? If you're on a flank, 2 kills. I still don't think they would have won that round because they were already 2 men down, and that's what, a 2-for-1 trade. So they still had an advantage in an afterplant. So he basically had to like kill 3 or 4 people for that flank to be worthwhile at that point. So definitely not a winnable scenario, really, once his teammates had all fallen. Chris J is going to start this off well. We know that they can make this work with the pistols. Mantu so prepared for any re-aggression that will come. And OG, the thing I'm liking is that even when they lose a player, even when things like slip a little bit, it doesn't seem like they break their form. Like, it's very easy to sort of panic in these sort of scenarios and go for an instant refrag, take a risk to try and bring the rounds back. But they know in this scenario, okay, we have an advantage. We're the favored team. We don't need to do anything crazy. We don't need to make these silly plays, and the patience pays off. Frozen, you're going to get anything? That's 1. Not bad, but ultimately at the cost of a B site hold. Probably not going to make a difference in the grand scale of things.
Yeah, it doesn't look too likely on the retake, does it? I mean, Karrigan just has a USP, so you got full round loss bonus. Why not throw it into the mix? No reason to try and save that. I'm a bit surprised that they're getting Rops up close with the AWP. This is definitely a gun they could be using for a double AWP setup come the next round, but it looks like they're hungry to try and pick this one off. Slight gaps in the doors. It's such a beautiful angle, but no one is forthright. Can't spot anybody just yet, and eventually they're going to start the hemorrhage HP and they're going to drop those guns. Now, sure, they've got more than enough funds to go.
Well, yeah, we talked before the game. We were asked for our predictions, and we were saying, oh, maybe it depends on the maps. What comes up? Maybe I'll change my mind. Didn't expect this. Even though the first map in the scoreline looks close, I still don't feel like it particularly was. I think it was inflated. OG, though. This one's a bit slower, but then Alexi B comes along. 2 quick kills. Karrigan needs to match it, and, well, I'm not going to blame him for not being able to. He was completely surrounded. They left that one, wow, down to the last, what, 25 seconds? And you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that they did, because that take was flawless. Double entry done, especially with how things are going so far. And Mantu, he waits in the Molotov. Karrigan's luck isn't getting any better. BMAS is going to try and take the reins, sat in the corner waiting for this push to come in. Are they going to flash through the smoke? Like, the confidence is at an all-time high. There's no doubt of that for OG. This split coming in onto short. Chris has a lot to do. He does land the shot, but it's not quite the finish. He's going to have plenty of players pushing his way. He does manage to kill off the second, though, and now BMAS, he's on the board. Thank God for that. It's not going to happen this time, and he's looking to add to the tally. He's done a lot of damage. MBK low. Mantu also tagged to 60 HP. This is looking winnable now, and oh my God, they're going to go for a run boost. Chris just picks MBK out. He doesn't even bother looking for Mantu. It's like, okay, you can fly across the sky, but you can't kill me. So I'll just focus on the second man. Hits the guy through the door, then peeks out the window. Madman. Absolute madman. Killed the guy, by the way. And then it's worth noting, they're going to have a battle for long, though, straight away. It's a bit awkward. Karrigan has managed to get a kill with an SMG. He's thrown the SMGs, picked it back up, and now he's ended up with an AK. He's got BMAS alongside him, and he's found a kill onto Issa as well. Leaves just 2 players standing. Frozen still battling, and actually Valde, he's managed one more. He's going to bring it back again. This was a huge advantage for mousesports, and somehow we've ended in a 2v2.
And that's elapsed in such quick succession. There's still a minute and 15 to play with. Like, they don't even have to fully commit to the A site. They can try and divide and conquer mousesports. You have to now respect that middle, catwalk, or even B could be aggressed on. And in doing so, it could just come down to the timing. And what we know about OG is even when they've been miles ahead and they've just been trampling and just pulverizing their opposition, they don't mind slowing down the pace. They don't just get ahead of themselves. They don't, like hubris, dictate their actions. And now they're moving through together. MBK and Valda. Valda is low. That should be highlighted, but they're against 2 AWPs. That may not end up mattering a great deal. This also puts it in a very awkward position, Tom, that if the likes of ROPS fire off and miss, that gap will get closed exceptionally quickly, and he may not get a second chance. We've already seen him land a couple of shots, though, and he won't be missing, but it is the weakened Valda that goes down first, and then MBK slow peeks into ROPS, nearly pulling it back with a Valda. It kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, we were listing, well, I was listing the amount of money that they had not too long ago. Well, that's gone. I also realized I said Papa Carrigan. I should have said Father Finn. It fits a lot better. But either way, Alexi B lost. His position around mid is gone. And, well, this double AWP setup has just started to tear OG a new one. Now it's Rops' turn to add some bodies to the pile. A 3K already. I think Frozen... Wow, he's bagsied this one.
One tap onto Man2. mousesports at one point trailed 8-0 and then 9-1. Did mount a mini comeback before OG laid them to rest one more time. They started and ended the half with wins. And it's looking like unless they can really battle back here, it could be going the way of mousesports. I say that, but MBK and Valda both getting headshots. I'm not entirely sure how Alexi keeps surviving on 1 HP, but he refuses to go down, and now mousesports, the pressure on them again. They're smoking the cross. Chris J pushing straight through the very avenue where he landed his insane AWP play earlier on today. Valda with another one tap to add to the collection, and now it could be more, and indeed it is. The bomb's been dropped down, and Valda will not be taking all the frags.
They lost the 1v3 in the pistol, and now it's sort of like it's OG's game to lose again. Carrigan has managed one with the Deeg. Saw a crazy round yesterday where there was a couple of Deagles and some Glocks that managed to win a round, and maybe, just maybe, mousesports are going to return that one back. Vitality did it to them. You know, they watched that one back and went, you know, maybe we can do that too. The nade does so much damage to Chris, though. There's still the rifles in play. Chris has just gone through the door. And I don't mean walk through it. I mean, he's been shot through it. That's some extra space gained. There's still 4 players to find, but the weaponry is firmly in the favor of OG. The time, however, is not.
Utility in favor of OG. HP in favor of them as well, but they run into the crossfire of Deagles. And the Deegs dish the damage. Alexi, M4, can maybe get a couple kills on his way out. The bomb may very well do the work for him, but no, Rops actually just already up for a 3K. Rops and Frozen don't have much utility between the two of them. Smoke and a Molotov, both in the hands of Frozen, so if he were to get picked off, that's all the utility that goes with him. And time itself is becoming an enemy, an adversary of Mouse. Good, well-placed incendiary, and just as I was highlighting, Frozen carrying all the utility, he's been put down. Rop's position is now known. Bomb also dropped behind him. Issa pulling off a beautiful 1v3 at the end of the half, but this would be going above and beyond. A 1v5 with 20 seconds, and Rops has to make a quick run towards the A side. As soon as he pops out, though, MBK or Man2 would have cleaned him out.
Even still, it's been enjoyable. I'll give him that, but frankly, I think OG have cemented themselves at this point. They need something amazing, and Man2 is not going to allow for anything other than more highlights of himself going up on the OG Twitter page, as he has got a triple kill once again. MBK will be there to close alongside it. It's 15 to 6. OG go marching on. They survive, and they get to play the decider match to potentially go back into the upper bracket for the playoffs. For mousesports, elimination. Valde, he looks to start them on that trend. It's his turn now. Dear Lord, I genuinely don't think their social media manager can keep up with the amount of clips he's going to have to upload today. This is ridiculous. Another triple kill. Alexi B, why not? Through the smoke, Valde wants to close it. Chris J can't.